So, it's actually, as you can kind of see in these photos, it's a bunch of little things called coral polyps that make up the coral polyp. So basically, coral, like I said, is an animal. It's made up of all these tiny little polyps, and that's what makes a coral colony. And a bunch of coral colonies are what makes a coral reef. And so, coral, you're kind of right when you said that coral is a little bit of a plant and an animal, because coral has a relationship with a symbiotic photosynthetic algae called zooxanthellae. So the algae basically gives the coral energy through photosynthesis, and the coral gives the algae protection from anything that might want to attack or hurt it. So when coral gets really, really stressed out, basically, if it the algae will start making a lot of oxygen and will start choking the coral will have to release the algae. And that's when you see it turn white. It's not dead yet, it's just really stressed out because the zooxanthellae, the algae, is what gave it its color. So then it just turns white and it just doesn't have the algae anymore. And it only can get that algae back when it's feeling healthier, like the environment and stressing it out. So coral is really, really important. We're going to say that because we're from the Institute, obviously, but it really is. So basically, 1% of coral coverage houses 25% of marine life. So only 1% houses so much of our marine life. And it also protects our shores from 97% of wave action. So basically, without coral reefs, we wouldn't really have these. Florida would be gone. Florida would be completely underwater without coral reefs. And so Florida is in a lot of danger with its coral reefs. Like I said, we're the third largest coral reef, the Florida Reef Park. Basically, we only have 2% of our original coral coverage left. So it's really, really important that we take care of this coral. And there's a few, like this diagram here.
So it shows where the Florida Reef Tract is, and then it shows how much it is diseased.
And that's just what's really. So a lot of it has disease, a lot of it's kind of.
So another thing we do in Reef Institute is we are with the Florida Coral Rescue and Propagation Project. So what that means is we take endangered corals and we hold them in the facility to keep them safe, and we learn from them and we take care of them so that they can spawn, and then we can release those babies once they get big enough back into the ocean. So here's where we're getting everything, and these are the Coral Rescue Project corals. So every month we take pictures of them. Kaleigh and I measure them in the computer software to make sure that they are staying healthy and getting bigger.
So some of these corals that you see, this is our facility. Some of them that you see, were given to us by different organizations that couldn't take care of, like didn't have space to take care of them. Some of them are salvage corals, which basically means that they were doing some type of work or construction in the ocean, and they found these corals and they came to us. Some of them that you might see a little bit later on are endangered. We have a lot of different aspects to what we do in the lab, just kind of like taking care of coral, making sure that they're healthy, making sure that our coral is healthy. But another part we do is with coral spawning. So basically, we take care of them, we make sure they're healthy, and then we try to make the right environment so that they can have babies. So basically, we make it so that they have the right environment to have babies. So in order that one of our missions is basically, like you said, restoration. So putting people back out. We kind of make it so it's the right environment so that they think that it's the right time to have babies more often. So it's kind of a lot more like planning, making sure babies more days that they have so that they have more babies. And so when they have babies, we take care of them, and can grow them, and eventually outplant them so that we can outplant people. So that's a few of the corals that were given to us. It takes a lot. We do a lot of sampling just to see the health, what different sicknesses happen, just to see what we can do to make things better. We have a coral marine that's one of the only ones actually that exists. And he comes in and he'll look at the corals and he'll prescribe the medicine. Corals need medicine like any other animal when they're sick. So he'll prescribe the medicine. So these are a few different pictures of our babies. These ones are a lot bigger now. So these ones shown right here are actually something that we uploaded recently. Not very far, but we had a team that went out and dove and basically put them out, and we've been checking on them, and they're doing pretty good. So this is an example of like specifically showing the process. What they're doing here is they're actually pouring like swan corals when they're born. It's basically the only time that they move. They swim around a whole lot and have to basically find the exact place that they want to live and settle. And so they'll be swimming around looking for that environment, and then when they finally do, they're where they're at for life, unless something happens to the rock where they get disconnected.
This is a baby coral in a microscope.
Yep. Wow. And so that's them as they get later, and so we just keep track of them, see how they're doing, and then eventually calculate them. So that's just kind of more of the specifics of what we do. Might not seem super exciting in the video, but it's much more fun when you're doing it. So, yeah, it's really cool actually. So this has kind of changed over time, this portion of the video. We've been working on making it more specific and confined area so that we can more control how many pieces that they make or like how many times they spawn. So we had thought this process, but we're actually going to put chicken containers in our backyard and basically make this kind of dark room so that we can very much make a sterile environment and make it so that the babies are spawned a little more often. It's a larger part of the restoration. We have research and restoration. And for a long time in the beginning, we focused a lot on the research, and now we're getting much more into the restoration, doing those efforts as we get bigger. We're going to do questions at the end, but I mean, so this is just, I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on that first because there's a lot of videos. Okay.
So another research project we do is out at Peanut Island. So every Saturday, Kaleigh and I go out to Peanut Island and we monitor the corals there. There's a lot of corals there that are really big and really healthy, and it's unusual for around this area. We don't see that many white corals that healthy around here. So every Saturday we have 27 tagged corals out there. We go out, we take pictures of them with a scale. We know their color, and we're just watching them every week for a couple of years. We've only been doing it for about a year now, but we've noticed that they change colors throughout the season. So when it gets really hot, they bleach a little bit, they get pale, and then in the winter they get a lot darker.
This is the touristic paper that I was talking about earlier in the Caribbean. So how you saw that we had those land-based like spawning systems where we take care of the coral, we make them healthy and have babies. We set one of those up in the Church of Caicos. And they put a bunch of coral because they have a lot of areas where docks are being taken down, or they have a lot of areas that just like there's a lot of construction that happens. So they've been given permission to be able to take the coral and bring it into this facility. And so while I was there, there was education aspects. There was just a large part of what we do is education, because education is the first step. Kind of letting people know why it's important and why they should care, and then doing just what we can. But these are some of our research projects like we were talking about with Peanut Island. I actually got to, with my university, do a poster project on Peanut Island, just kind of putting in writing and making a fancy poster based on the information. It really it's really interesting just to see, because specifically with that, there's a lot of cycling. Like Melissa said, they're very resilient corals. So basically, they bleach, like I talked about before, they lose that ozone belly. They're basically just manually eating, and they're really unhappy, and they're really stressed out. And then, as soon as the water is just getting cooler, they'll gain that ozone belly back, they'll gain more of that algae back, and they'll become healthy. And we've just been seeing the cycle, and we're finally just putting it in written down like quantitative data. And it's just super interesting to see. We all get very nerdy about it when we see the colors change from, don't have as much of the specific pictures here, but going from white to like vibrant purples and vibrant oranges, just like very vibrant colors being very cool. It's really like good to see. And we're trying trying to see with that if we can get any sponge with these resilient corals to see if their spawn would be more resilient, or if maybe it's just the ability that they've had because they've been able to be in this area.
So another project we have is these wave tiles. So they're modular wave tiles. They're made out of 70% recycled material. So you can put them together any way you want. You can build them up high, you want them out wide, and they got little holes so you can build houses for the fish and protection. And so they're really heavy. They are very heavy. Takes a lot of people to put them together, but they're really cool. And we hopefully put them in papers and around the Caribbean soon. So hopefully we can get those started and do some research on those. We have tested the material to see if corals like to settle on them. And so then we came up with a couple different ones and we did all of this.
Yeah, the cool thing about these is a lot of man-made rock areas that you'll see at like snorkeling and stuff are specifically made not really with coral in mind, but for like fish and sponge and whatever thing come on. These are specifically made with like coral at the front, so that the corals feel like
This is actually your Wagner bridge. This big.
Pretty big. It goes together a lot like puzzle, but like I had a lot of experience. Very difficult to forget because they are very heavy. And that's almost like in the video. And our executive director. And so these are just a few more of the pictures from Cedar Island. And you see, like, we get a lot of questions. We tag them with a specific by number. And like we said before, we have specific, like, coral color range that'll tell us how bleached it is or how healthy it is. And then we do size, just how much it's grown. So, a few questions now. So, she asked how coral spawn babies. Basically, coral just kind of releases their eggs into the water column. And it's kind of like a walking bee that will find specific like sperm from other colonies, and basically it'll come together, and then it will be fertilized and it'll just kind of float in the water.
We have a question from our audience as well that is online. What would happen if we don't do more to take care and conserve the coral reef on our coast?
So there is so few left that if they're gone, if they all die off, then so many things will change. We'll have stronger storms, won't have beaches because there will be nothing to break the waves when they come in. The fish will be gone because the fish hide in there, they feed in there. A lot of things can happen.
Yeah, basically almost everything in the ocean depends on coral reefs. So like if the reefs are gone in Florida specifically, we'd be completely underwater. But all the animals that like people tend to care about because they're cute would be gone too. Just everything, because that's where they live, that's how they find their food, that's how they have places to hide from predators and stuff.
And a lot of jobs come in with it too. Fishermen, fish on reefs, snorkeling, diving, a lot of money comes in on reefs.
Travel and tourism. Well, I've certainly never heard anybody describe coral as cute before, so that was the first word we should say. What other questions do we have from the audience? Make some down, please.
Like, what can we do to help people here save planting, save the coral reefs, and it's like, what can we do to help them? So we can check your sunscreen. The sunscreen has a lot of toxic chemicals in them. So if you want to check the back of the sunscreen, look at the active ingredients, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, those are safe. But a lot of the other ones that start with vowels, those are very unsafe. You can use reusable water bottles. I know a lot of people use those now. Instead of buying plastic bottles, you can use reusable water bottles. You don't have to use straws as much. When you're out at the beach, you can help pick up trash. Every Saturday, Kaleigh and I are doing our research out there. We both come up with handfuls of trash, just in the little lagoon at Peanut Island. So there's lots of things.
Yeah, or if you want to like get more involved specifically, you can volunteer at an organization like ours, or we have a lot of organizations that try to do all conservation. Specifically with the sunscreen, I would say that that's not more is the drop of chemical sunscreen could kill an Olympic-sized pool. So That's why we say that that's a very important thing, because people think it's such a small thing, but it's so important. And yeah, just
Especially down here in South Florida when we're out in the sun and enjoying the ocean with our. Okay, a couple more questions?
You know the coral structures, what you guys like, you know, like if bad storms, do they ever like, how easy is it for like one of those to break if underwater?
So they get anchored down and they're so heavy, the weight just kind of holds it down. We only have one here in Florida, so we don't have many to test. But we anchor them down. And usually, and if they break down, they'll still work, there's some real coral base even if they're pieces.
Okay, and then our last question for today.
So it's like,
well, she has more specifics, but our marine vet would know more of these specifics.
it's like medicine that humans would get to, like amoxicillin, ampicillin, antibiotics pretty much.
Well, those were really powerful and meaningful questions that you asked, so we do